my God! They've just been to another seminar. Oh no, he's just read another book. I can tell he's just listened to a podcast. Is this what your staff think? When you've done some professional development, do they immediately hit the panic button and go, oh no, there's change coming? Good morning, Eugene. Good morning, Jono. Good morning, Sean Lestrange. And good morning, Ryan over there in New Zealand. Is that what your staff think? Do your staff look for that red button on the wall, hit that panic button and go, oh my goodness, change is coming? One of the biggest challenges we face in any business is lurching from one direction that the business is going to another direction that the business needs to go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to JT and the Raw. And this morning, I'm going to share with you how to implement change in the business. Good morning, Susan. Great to have you on live. Good morning, Carol. Morning, Ryan. It's all happening this morning. You guys are all live. Maybe because you want to implement change, and it's how do we do this in our business? It's great to have you all here this morning. I hope you've had an awesome week. We're coming off the back of Filex in the fitness industry, and so I want to do a big shout out to everybody that came to my session last Saturday morning. The room was packed. Hey, good evening, Jackie over there in London. Hope you're doing well, and hope you're getting ready for that royal wedding in a couple of weeks. Hey, New York. Good evening over there in New York City. Hope you're having a great time over there in one of the world's greatest cities. So big shout out to everybody that came to my Filex session. It rocked. I've got some serious feedback over the last week of how good it was. If you missed that session, don't panic. I'm writing an ebook at the moment, and you'll be able to get a copy of that ebook probably in about a month. Give me some time to put that together, and you'll get that. Morning, Ryan. Oh, I'm waking you up this afternoon. Cool. Robbo, how are you up there in Newcastle? If you missed the Filex presentation that I did, I also gave you a snapshot of that presentation in show 92, and that is how to lead your millennial workforce. If for whatever reason you've been under a rock for the last week and you've missed show 92, put 92 in the comments below and I'll share that link with you, and you can watch that, where I give you 5 very cheap, very easy and very simple ways to manage your millennial workforce. Put 92 in the comments below and I will share that with you. Hey, I want to give a couple of shout outs this morning also. A big shout out to Jimmy McDonald. Jimmy McDonald was in my session last week, and he came up to me after the session and he said, we started to do some work together many years ago, and he said, you know what, I didn't treat you with the respect. I was young, I was dumb, I was immature. And Jimmy, congratulations on all your success, but the courage to come up and have a chat to me and apologise. Mate, I take my hat off to you and what you've achieved and what a business person you have become. So kudos to you, Jimmy Mack, and Code 5 and everything you've done. Well done. Another shout out also I want to give to Mel Tempest. Mel snared me in the shopping centre last Friday night, and we chewed the thin, as I like to do, chewed the thin on business and what we're up to, and we agreed that we disagree on several things in the Australian fitness industry. We also agreed that there is a place for both of us in the fitness industry, and perhaps that many people in the fitness industry should stop sending both of us screenshots of what people are saying and saying, is he talking about you? So kudos to you, Mel, for also having that courage for us to sit down and smoke the peace pipe. Well played, and it's a pleasure working with you in the industry and making some changes for the better. Big shout out, and he's just come online. A big shout out to Alan Leach. Alan Leach, I reached out this week to find out some information about the GDPR, which is a whole privacy act happening in Europe, and Alan was good enough to send me some information on that from an article that he wrote for Ursa. Thank you, Alan. I'm extremely grateful for that. Thanks for shooting that to me. And also, Alan, I've listened to your show, which is coming up on the Fitness Business Podcast next week, and it is a bloody ripper. It's on digital marketing. So get ready, ladies and gents. If you're not listening to the Fitness Business Podcast, you are missing out, because Big Alan Leach is on fire next week, dropping knowledge bombs left, right, and centre to help you out in your marketing for the business. Okay, let's get into the show. Good morning, Amanda Wilson. How are you? Okay, so after big conferences, after people listen to a podcast, or after people simply read a freaking book, many people want to start making changes. Many people want to start making changes in their business. And last week I found it particularly interesting that Thomas Plummer, who rated the house down several years ago, had a whole bunch of people listening to him. And I was listening to people walking out of his session going, right, on Monday, I'm changing how we're doing shit. Fascinating. Fascinating that after one 90-minute presentation from one individual, that people are going to completely change their business model. Now, here's the important thing. If you're going in a direction in your business and you get some extra education over here, it doesn't necessarily mean Sean Lestrange and Matt Fletcher stop having a love affair on my Facebook Live. If you're going in a direction and you get some education over here, it doesn't mean you have to change the direction of your business. Because when you change the direction, it has an impact on your whole business. And this is what Jim Collins talks about in his book, Built to Last. In his book, Built to Last, if you haven't read that book, put Built to Last in the comments below, and I'll send you the link to be able to grab a copy of this book. In Built to Last, what Jim Collins talks about is a comparison between rifle shots and cannonballs. Rifle shots and cannonballs. Rifle shots and cannonballs. Let me explain how this works, according to Collins. In the olden days, when there were pirates used to have cannons, and they would see a boat in the distance that they wanted to conquer, that they wanted to get over and smash. So they would fire this big cannon, and the cannonball cost a lot of money. And so the cannonball fires out and it misses. But because it came from a cannon, there was massive repercussions on the ship. The ship moved sideways. The ship went off course. And so as a result, they had to recalibrate the cannon in order to find that ship in the distance again. But the problem was the recalibration wasn't on the old course. It was now on a new course. And yes, that took skill, but that took resources, that took money, that took energy, and that took effort. And then some bright spark on one of those ships decided to fire a rifle. And when they fired a rifle, they could follow the trajectory of the bullet. And the bullet would either land on the ship, land short of the ship, land wide of the ship. But it was a bullet! And a bullet doesn't cost a lot of money. More importantly, a bullet had no repercussions on the ship and the course that the ship was going. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the key message for us. When we want to implement a change in our business, we need to fire a rifle shot, a shot that has minimal impact on the forward momentum of our business, in order to determine whether that is in fact the right thing we should be doing in our business. Matty Wright, it's been great having you in Australia. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of Filex. Thanks for contributing to the Australian economy by buying all those Tim Tams yesterday. It's been great having you here, Matty. Have a safe trip home. And so this is what's important in business. What is truly vital in business is that we see where we may want to head, but we don't want to stop the forward trajectory of our business. So we fire a rifle shot. You fire a fucking cannonball and you lose the forward momentum. You bounce sideways. That is the key to moving success. So if you came to my session last week, I talked about how you will manage a millennial workforce. If you go in and implement those changes overnight, what happens is that's a cannonball. You need to trial things. If you listened to Thomas Plummer last week and you want to be able to implement all these training gym strategies, that's firing a cannonball. Any movement moving forward in your business will now take you sideways. If you listen to Tony Robbins, something that he shares with you that could absolutely have an impact on your business that could take you sideways and slow your forward momentum. What you need to do first is trial it. You need to try first. Good morning, Brett. Hope the train ride's going well. Thanks for coming to my session last week at Filex, Brett, and introducing yourself again afterwards. What you need to do is trial first. Get feedback, adjust your strategy, and then fire that cannonball, because that cannonball will hit the target and it will have minimal repercussions on the business because you will know what is happening. Good morning, Lisa Lord. How are you this morning down there in Melbourne? JP, great to have you on board as well. Does that make sense? If this makes any sense to you, give me one of those love hearts right now. Give me a love heart right now if it makes sense that you need to start testing stuff before rolling it out verbatim into your business, before you start firing a cannonball and getting people to fire right up and losing your forward momentum in your business. Thank you for those love hearts, ladies and gents. I really appreciate it. Now, if you think you know anyone that could benefit from firing rifle shots, by firing rifle shots rather than cannonballs, tag them in the comments below, because this is to help them lead their business better. This is to help them make changes in their business. One of the classic examples I want to give you is this. When you are going to change the price of your product, what you do is you change the price on a small segment. Oh, Robbo, you can't sledge Rolo like that by tagging him in the comments. I know exactly what you've done. What happens is when you change the price on everybody, that is firing a cannonball. What I want you to think about is, let's change the price on a small segment. Let's see how the market handles that. If the market handles that pricing structure well, then we can change it for everybody. Don't change it for everybody and then go, oh shit, what have I done? It's too late. It's too late. Trial your new pricing strategy. Seek feedback from the market if that's the right pricing strategy, and then adjust your strategy, then fire. By the way, I did a whole show on the Fitness Business podcast around pricing strategy. If you missed that show, put FBP in the comments below. FBP in the comments below. FBP in the comments below. And I'll send you the link to the show where I spoke about how to change your pricing strategy. Thanks, Alan Leach, for sharing this show. Hey, Chris Stevenson. Hey, Marissa. How are you? Great to have you guys on. Looking forward to catching up with you, Chris, in Japan, and Marissa with you in Nolans. Okay. Now, I've got a giveaway for everybody today. I have got a giveaway for everybody watching today. Last week at Filex, this is if you're in the fitness industry. If you're in the fitness industry, last week at Filex, Emma Barry talked about 31 different boutiques from around the planet. I have gone in and I've got the websites for every one of those boutiques. If you would like a link to all of those boutiques, if you want a list of all of those boutiques she spoke about, what will we put? Let's put studios in the comments below. Studios in the comments below. I will then reach out to you and send you all the email, all the websites of those boutiques that she rated and recommended. So you want to put studios in the comments below, and I will send you those links. Carol Richardson, you are getting them. Hey, Christine Calv, how are you? Where in the world are you? Eugene, great to have you on board. Jordan, welcome. Hope you've all had a great week. Okay, so what did we talk about today? For the people that are just coming on, what did we talk about today? I talked about Cyprus. Awesome. Tony Z, how are you, mate? Great to have you on. Hope you had a great Filex and sold some of those bikes that you rave about on social media. Okay. What did we talk about today? We talked about our business moving forward and not changing the direction of our business by implementing change. So how do we do that? We trial stuff. We fire a rifle shot rather than a cannonball, which takes us off course. We then have to recalibrate the direction of our business. Ladies and gentlemen, Built to Last is a great book by Jim Collins. If you haven't read it and you want it, put Built to Last in the comments below. I'll send you the link to the book, because this is how we need to manage change so our staff don't go, oh shit, here comes another change. We need our team to buy in. We fire the cannonball. We do that trial of the strategy. We get feedback from our team. Then we implement the change. It's as simple as that. Slow your fucking selves down so that when you make that big change, it has little impact on the business. Slow yourselves down so you have little impact on your business. Hey, thanks for tuning in to JT and the Raw, show 93. If you got any value out of it, give me a love heart right now. And I'd love you to share the show. Just tag anyone in the comments below and they will get to watch this and get a bit of an idea on how to implement change in their business. That's Friday. That's done. Dylan McGregor, good morning. Hey, I really hope that my energy this morning has enthused you and inspired you not to not do change, but to think about how we do change. Not to do change, but how we do change, because that's what I want you to do. Okay, what am I up to? Well, I've got a couple of things that are happening. Here's one. Today, I'm taking my under 10s netball girls that I coach. I coach an under 10 netball team, and we're off to Netball Central here in Sydney. And I got one of the Giants coming to join us, and the girls cannot wait. They're going to have a great time. So that's today. And then next week, I've got a big week. Next week, I have to apply to speak at URSA in 2019. So I'm putting my presentations together for URSA in 2019. Can't wait to hopefully get selected for that. I, like everybody else on the planet, have to apply to speak at URSA. So I'm putting together a brand new presentation to be able to speak there. So I'm doing that next week. I'm also writing a presentation for another one that I'm delivering in Japan later this year with Chris Stevenson. And I'm also putting a presentation together for one I'm doing in Western Australia in July. So yeah, I've got a couple of prezos. So next week is a big content week of writing, which means you guys in show 94 will probably get to hear some of the things I've been researching and studying. So same time next week, coming to you live from Sydney, will be some great information. All right, I want you guys to have an amazing week. Oh, I nearly forgot. Shit, I nearly forgot. So this week, I finally registered for my third marathon. I'm doing a third full marathon in September. So I registered this week. Training obviously has started, but I'm now going headlong into my third marathon that I'm going to try to rip and tear in September this year. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hey, Di, how are you? I love having fitness goals. I love to be able to every week work out knowing where I'm heading in relation to my fitness goals and my health goals. So I need a little pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. Not sure you'd call a marathon a pot of gold, but I've done that, registered for that. Love to know what your fitness goals are this year. Put them in the comments. I'd love to know what your fitness goals are. All right, so before I sign off, remember, if you missed my show on the Fitness Business Podcast on how to adjust your prices or your pricing strategy, put FBP in the comments below and I will send you the link to that. If you want to get the link in order to read Built to Last, put Built to Last in the comments below and I will send you the link to read the book Built to Last. If you missed my show 92 on how to lead the millennial workforce, then I want you to put 92 in the comments below. 92 in the comments below, and I'll send you the link to that show. I think that's all the sharing. And of course, if you know anyone that you think could benefit from understanding how to implement change without disrupting the forward momentum of business, please tag them in the comments below. Before I go, is quote of the week. Quote of the week. Here it comes. If you want success with your new strategy, trial your strategy, seek feedback, adjust your strategy, then fire. You want it again? Here it is. If you want success with your new strategy, trial your strategy, seek feedback, adjust your strategy, then fire. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to JT in the Raw, show 93. You have an awesome weekend. I'll catch you on the flip side.